Alright, welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We are taking on a Japanese or Korean player. I don't know which is which by looking at it, but somewhere from over there. And yeah, we're gonna go into this one. Should be pretty quick. Man, I see why people wait to play their matches because this is really easy. Like, holy, yeah, wow. This is yeah, but. Yeah, as I said, taking it kind of slow this week because, again, don't have a real plan for Black Knight. Kind of just making it up as I go along, and, I'll have to see how that one goes once we run into him. Luckily, this is after the trailer, so we did get the trailer, and, I was able to thankfully see that we get two new range nukes, Tharja and Noir. Not the most powerful by eye test, but maybe when we actually get the units and we start playing with them, we'll be able to see exactly what they're about. I'm particularly interested in Noir as a red range nuke with an arcane bow. I think there's some potential there. Could be wrong, we'll see, but I'm willing to give her a chance. Hopefully she can do some work. I think I was saying that most of the matchups against Black Knight are completely swung on their heads once he has the Erica ring. So once he starts hitting twice and he's getting that special off, usually he wins that combat. So Noir seems to have some type of counterplay against that, as well as Tharja. So it's interesting to see, but although I'm kind of not too convinced by Tharja, I think she'll have a tougher time because she's green, which is smart of IS, because if she was blue, she probably would have dominated against Black Knight. So green is a good matchup there for her, for BK in his favor. But I am interested in Noir just to see what could potentially happen there in that matchup. So I'm looking forward to seeing some, because I don't think I'll have the orbs. Still around 90, almost 100 orbs. I have a ton of content to play through, and I'm just stalling because oh my, it's going to be such a pain, but I'll be happy to have the orbs at the end. But that is going to be the goal. And hopefully I can have BK by the end of the week to see what's up. Potentially, I might even just skip the Black Knight and pull for Norn instead, just to see, because I don't have another reason to have another armored unit, but he's really good. But then also, I think having another range nuke, which is really where I'm lacking right now, would be more beneficial to my account. But then if she's bad, if I summon and regret it and she can't do anything, then I'm, so I can't do both of the banners back to back like this. So I don't know. Hopefully I get lucky and I'll have some orbs left over to be able to dip and dabble. But I like what I see. And I think it means that we're probably going to get something positive for the summer banner as well, because we haven't gotten a range nuke since... What's the last range nuke? Maybe Leo, I think. Leo... Who else was on that banner with Leo? Camilla. Demotes does nothing. Yeah, I think Leo was the last notable one that I can remember in terms of a range nuke, and he isn't that great either, so... Yeah, gonna be looking at Noir just to see what she can do. She looks interesting. Alright, here's our second match. It's me, Surge. That's who we're fighting today. And this is, man, this is looking like a really intimidating matchup here. A really tough one. This is our first sighting of BK, Burger King in the wild, in Ather Raids. We are... we're going to be in for a doozy here. I'm not quite sure how any of these matchups work. I don't think, we'll be able to come out on top here. I'm not very confident about this one, but I'm going to take a swing at it. We're going to see how it goes. I don't have any other teams that could have attacked into this, since Dedu has Hardy Bearing, so Yunako would have automatically failed. And then that would have left us with Camilla to attack Black Knight. And even though she is able to take him out, I don't have sufficient follow-up to clear everything on this team, I don't think, on the enemy team here. So it would just be Camilla with Gale Force. I'm not even sure if Gale Force Camilla would be able to get the job done. I know that she can get the job done with no quarter. I'm not so sure about Gale Force. So yeah, decided not to attempt that strategy. We're going for the Omni Tank approach instead here with Ather, who is bonus. And the only fight that he really needs to win is the fight against Erica, and I think we have enough support to allow him to win that fight against Erica. I just need to get out of the way, and I think I have just about enough space to do so. So that's going to be the first matchup. She is going to be, still very quick because she's getting a ton of support. And we have to also avoid Embla, of course. That's why I got to bait over the other side. But I think we should just about have enough space to get the Erica versus Ather matchup to go off. And once that goes off, we should be able to successfully clear the rest of the map. Maybe. It depends on what happens in the matchup between Ather and Dedue, and also Ather versus Black Knight. Granted, I don't believe that, either of those two units have the greatest player phase. Maybe Dedue has a better player phase than BK. But I think Ather should come out on top, or at least survive, because Black Knight both of them are armored units, and they're really meant to be enemy phase. They're not like the Edelgards. So, I'm confident in that at least. I will try. So we're going to set it up. Move out of the way, and this is pretty much the setup that we're going for, since we have to avoid Embla. Also, gotta pay attention, very careful attention to where Embla goes, because that could also pose some problems in terms of getting the support from Seth. But here we go, we do get the win here versus Erica. I don't think this is enough to break his miracle. Since she didn't break his miracle on the first hit, we get this. We win the speed check, and we are able to take her out. Now, the rest of the defense here is pretty straightforward. I mean, Lucina doesn't get her effects off unless she really pops the future focus, so that's a good opportunity that I'm taking here by baiting in this position, and it was Miracle as well, but still works out. And then Bernadetta here is not fast enough. We just win. Straight up, we win. It's kind of crazy that this Bernadetta is no longer fast enough. But then again, I also have Seth's support, but I think she still gets outsped by Ather here, unless she has more investment. Alright, so we're left with the fight versus the armored units, and I think we gotta go over to the other side now, since Embla is here. We gotta run away from her if you want to get the Seth support. So we're gonna run away. Oh, cool. He's taking. That's a good support option to have him protect Triandra, who will at times tend to get baited out and suicide. So that's one of the reasons that I basically just stopped using her on defense. And also, it's just better units, so there's just no space for her to really fit in on defense anymore. So Triandra is pretty much a bust at this point. But I think we should be able to bait Dedue, and we're going to see how that matchup versus him and Ather works out. I think we should get the win. The Hardy bearing there means that he probably won't hit as hard, maybe, but let's see. This is going pretty much according to plan. We're just waiting to see what will happen with the BK matchup. And I think it should be even easier, though, since he'll be the last unit left. But then also, I still remember my arena run where he was the last unit, and it took me forever, 20 turns to take him out. So I don't know. Let's see what Black Knight has to offer here. Ooh, okay, so they're matching with Embla as well. Now, Dedue could be a problem here, since Embla moved down to a spot where I can't potentially avoid the undefended. So this could be an issue. Ooh, well, this is a nasty combo, Dedue plus BK. Alright, what do we got here? So I can't hit Embla, essentially, because she's getting protected by both of the saves. And she's inflicted. Oh, we get this. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to take the Dedue. Yeah, that's 100%. And then Black Knight here is a near save, so they swapped out his kit and made him a near saver. So
Understood.
I think, and he doesn't have a distant counter A skill, which makes things considerably easier. So we can whittle down the Black Knight here, but Saline here doing the job versus Dedu. Luckily, he doesn't have the Erica ring because that would have been a problem. But yeah, I think the Erica ring is on Black Knight, so we can't really. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that one out. Can't really attack into Black Knight.
Leave it to us.
Yeah, so let's take out Embla now, and that will allow us to enemy phase against BK. And then from there, I don't know, man. I think we should be able to clear the map, hopefully. Let's see how this goes. But yeah, this wasn't as bad as it potentially could have been. I gotta, contribute it or point out the fact that I had the space. Again, space in your back row. It's very important. If I didn't have the space, I would have lost automatically. If I had full back row structures, there's no way I would have been able to avoid the attack from Erica, and it would have been an automatic loss. So definitely gonna point it out again. Make sure you have that free space in your back row. You never know when you would need it or when you're gonna need it. I would, remove the healing tower, but sometimes it helps out. So it's going to be there for a while. Black Knight with no distant counter because no friends. And I think even if he had the A skill, he still wouldn't have, because I think the form A skill that he comes with is a conditional distant counter based off whether or not he has support around or teammates around. So
we'll do our best.
We're just gonna chip him down and then let Ather do the dirty bit. Wow, so I need to get the pots. So there's no healing tower, so he's not gonna heal back. So let's focus on getting the pots and then take our time to figure out what the matchup versus him is. This is essentially what I had to do in Arena. I haven't done my full Arena run yet because
I must collect that.
I don't know what to do about Black Knight, and I'm also just trying to see if I want to pull for him.
I will try.
I still haven't gotten him yet, so I'm trying to wait on that as well. I got into 20 summons, so I need, what's that, like 80 more orbs or something, somewhere around there. It's 20, 40, 20, 60, yeah, 80 orbs to complete Spark. So I have a ton of stuff that I can do to try to get up to there. I'm just lazy.
Understood.
Okay, it looks like we're going to be able to figure this out, I think. Especially since he can't attack back from range. We should be able to figure this out. This was a close one.
Strike.
How have you been handling Black Knight? Like, what have you been doing to take care of him? Because as you can see, leaving him till last is really my strategy so far, which is what I've been doing with Marth. So I can't have two units that I'm doing that to, because if both of them are on a team, then that's automatically a problem. Who goes last? But yeah, we get Black Knight here. We take him out.
This will end you.
Oh man, I love to see him wave that sword. It's such a cool animation. I'm really glad that they included that in there in his design. But yeah, that was a close one, I think. GG's. See you in the next one.